Hey, what's up guys? Chronic Alfredo here with a tutorial for you. Today we're going to teach you how to use Mumble. This is going to show you the step-by-step from installing to setting up. I'll give you some pointers on how not to let it break during gameplay. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open your browser. You're going to search for Mumble. It's going to be the first link that pops up. You can just go ahead and open it. Click download now right here. Mumble for Windows. Your download's probably going to look a little different. I use Download Manager because some sites that I use, the bandwidth is definitely restricted. So like this helps me get around that for large downloads. But ignore that. So once it's downloaded, you can go ahead and open the directory, double click the exe, go ahead and install it. Pretty straightforward, accept the terms and install. Give it a sec while it does its thing. Obviously you want to give it permissions. Click finish once it's installed. And that's it for installing. So go ahead and close these windows out. It'll put Mumble on the desktop for most of you. For those of you that it does not, you can go ahead and click start. Go down your program files here and look for the directory called Mumble. Open the directory and you can drag and drop it around your desktop for easier access. It's really up to you how you want to do it. Go ahead and open Mumble. Click on plugins. Then we're going to go ahead and make sure we select this option. And then you're going to scroll down until you find link and you're going to enable link. All you have to do now is hit apply. I already have mine set up. You can go ahead and ignore this. We're gonna walk you through how to do this. So first thing I like to do is I like to make sure my settings are right. Make sure you have the correct input and output set up. So obviously your input is going to be your microphone. Preference is either going to be push to talk or voice activity. I use voice activity. It works really well. I don't mess with the quality or anything. The compression, none of that matters. You can hear everything well with these settings. So leave this as is and go to audio input or output. I'm sorry. Make sure you have the correct headset selected. So your volume is going to want to be maxed out. Your output delay, leave it. Your minimum distance is going to be about 0.2 meters. This is like any distance less than that, you're not going to be able to hear them anymore. If you set this to 0, you'll be able to hear everybody permanently. So just at a low volume. Maximum distance, we'll do 200 meters. That's going to be about a city block. But remember, you're not going to be able to hear them at max volume. You're literally, it's going to dissipate over distance. So it works out really well. So we got 200 meters maximum distance. Minimum volume, you want 0. What this does is this sets your minimum volume for the furthest away people. So if you had minimum volume set at 25%, it wouldn't matter if they're 5 miles from you. You're still going to hear them at 25%. So we set that to 0. That way you don't hear everybody. You only hear the people around you. Also, the bloom here, you want set to 0. This will break your directional audio and it'll make the audio come out of both speakers. That's something that you definitely do not want to do. So bloom 0, minimum volume 0, maximum distance 200, minimum distance 0.2. That is all you have to do. After that, you can save your settings. So go ahead and click apply. And that's it. So now we're going to go ahead and set up our server. Go ahead and hit connect. Ignore this. You're actually going to hit add new. Let me get to a window here where I can actually show you what a fresh add new looks like. So again, ignore what I'm doing. Click add new. And here you're actually going to put the IP address that you see here. I'll put it in the description as well. This is going to be for the AEO Boys Mumble servers. So what you want to do is you want to copy the IP address here, right here. Leave the port as is. That is a default port. So right here, enter your IP. Leave the port as is and use the username. Have it match your Assetto Corsa ID. That way there's no confusion. And then the label is going to be whatever you name the server. So you could change that if you want to like AEO or whatever you want. And then you just click OK. And then it'll add the server. What you do after that is you just double click on the server. It'll connect you. And then you're going to be in like our lobby, our main lobby. You actually have to double click one of these channels to join. These channels just separate it so there's no confusion. Because when you join a channel and you're not connected, everybody can hear you. It's not directional or proximity until you actually join the server they're in. One more thing that I should also note, Mumble has to be started and you do have to be connected to the Mumble server before you will launch Assetto Corsa. And if you change any settings after you go into your game, you will have to close out Assetto Corsa and reopen it. Changing any settings will break the proximity chat for Mumble. So again, Mumble has to be launched and you have to be in the server that you want to be in on Mumble before you join your Assetto Corsa server.